My name is Maya, and for most of my life, people didn't see me as a hero. They saw me as something strange, something dangerous, something they didn't understand. But the truth was simple. I was just a girl who wanted to save the people she loved. My story began in a small village surrounded by mountains and endless forests. A beautiful place. But a place with a terrible secret. Every year during the rainy season, snakes came out from the forests. And every year my village lost people. Children lost their parents. Parents lost their children. Families lived with fear because everyone knew that one snake bite could take away a person's life within hours. People hated snakes. They believed snakes were evil creatures sent to punish humans. But I saw something different. I saw a creature that was misunderstood. When I was 7 years old, something happened that changed my entire life. One afternoon while playing near the forest, I heard a strange sound. I followed it and found a small snake trapped under a broken branch. Everyone around me would have screamed. But I didn't run. I slowly moved closer. The snake was scared. Not angry. Not trying to attack me. It was just helpless. I removed the branch and watched it disappear into the trees. That day I realized something. Maybe snakes were not monsters. Maybe humans simply didn't understand them. From that moment, I wanted to learn everything about snakes. While other children played outside, I spent my time reading old books. I studied their movements, their habits, their venom. I wanted answers. But my curiosity became a problem for everyone around me. People started talking. Why does that girl spend so much time with snakes? She is becoming strange. She will bring danger to this village. I ignored them. Because deep inside my heart, I knew my purpose. I wanted to create something that could save people from snake bites. I wanted to make a medicine that could stop families from losing their loved ones. But dreams are not always accepted by the people closest to you. When I became older, I told my family about my plan. I expected support. Instead, I saw fear. My father looked at me and said, "Maya, forget this. Find another dream." My mother held my hand and whispered, "People are already talking about you." But I refused to give up. I started collecting information about snake venom. I traveled to nearby forests. I learned from experts. I studied plants that local people had used for generations. But the more I learned, the more people feared me. The village began creating stories about me. Some said I could control snakes. Some said I was practicing magic. Some even called me cursed. The worst pain wasn't their words. The worst pain was when my own family started believing them. One evening, after another argument, my father finally said, "Maya, you cannot stay here anymore." I felt like my entire world stopped. The village I wanted to protect, the people I wanted to save, were now sending me away. I packed my small bag and left. I walked into the forest alone. Everyone thought I had lost my mind. They thought I would never return. But they didn't know. The forest was about to become my greatest teacher. The first night in the jungle was terrifying. The darkness felt alive. Every sound made my heart race. I heard animals moving around me. I heard snakes moving through the leaves. I wanted to run back home. But there was nowhere to go. I had only one choice. Continue. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. I built a small shelter. I collected plants. I studied venom. I failed many times. Sometimes my experiments didn't work. Sometimes I felt completely alone. There were nights when I cried and asked myself, "Am I really wrong? Did everyone see something in me that I couldn't?" But then I remembered the people who died because nobody had a solution. And I continued. One day, while studying a dangerous snake species, something unexpected happened. A poisonous snake attacked me. Its fangs came close. For a moment, I thought my journey was over. But I remembered my training. I stayed calm. I moved carefully. And I survived. That moment changed me. I realized fear was the biggest enemy. Not snakes. Not the forest, fear. After years of research, I finally discovered something incredible. A combination of natural compounds that could help slow the effects of snake venom. My hands were shaking when I looked at my results. The girl everyone called crazy had finally created something meaningful. But I needed a real test. And then the day came. A storm hit my old village. During the chaos, a little boy was bitten by a poisonous snake. People carried him through the village. Everyone was terrified. The villagers knew he had only a short time. Then someone remembered me, the girl who disappeared into the forest. The girl they called a witch. They came searching for me. When they found me, nobody knew what to say. My father looked at me with tears. Maya, we need your help. The same people who rejected me were now asking me to save them. I returned to the village. The boy was unconscious. Everyone watched as I treated him. The hours passed slowly. Nobody spoke. Everyone waited. Then the boy moved. His eyes opened. He was alive. The village became silent. For the first time, nobody called me strange. Nobody called me dangerous. They finally understood. I wasn't trying to harm anyone. I was trying to protect them. My mother cried as she hugged me. My father apologized. We were wrong about you. I smiled. Because I didn't want revenge. I only wanted them to understand. Years later, my research helped many people survive snake bites. The village that once rejected me became the village that celebrated my name. But I never forgot those lonely nights in the forest. Because those nights made me stronger. Today, when people ask me why I love snakes, I tell them, I don't love snakes because they are dangerous. I love them because they taught me that everything feared by humans deserves to be understood. The world called me a witch. My village called me crazy. But time proved the truth. I was never the problem. I was the solution. And the girl who walked into the forest alone came back as the person who saved everyone.